Hi, Todd Pouliot, Gateway Financial. Visit us again at mygatewaymoney.com. As I always say, it's an exciting video because it's about taxes today. And the video is, should I contribute to my Roth 401k? And Roth 401ks have become increasingly popular alternatives to traditional 401ks. And it allows participants to make after-tax salary deferrals to their employee plans. Many clients may have an opportunity to contribute to a designated Roth account in their 401ks, but are uncertain on the best strategy for their personal circumstances. So we've created this flow chart with several different considerations on whether or not to contribute to a Roth 401k. And it covers 5 main areas: future tax rate expectations, Roth IRA eligibility, employer matching considerations, RMDs and future rollover options, and additional savings opportunities through a backdoor Roth contribution. And we definitely want to be careful with that because of future tax law changes. So again, first of all, thank you for subscribing. We love you guys. And clicking that thumbs up button really helps us out with the algorithm. So as usual, we're going to share that screen. And here we are. It's a seemingly simple flow chart. But do you expect your future effective tax rates to be the same or higher than the current rates? So I know last year we had a really good talk about tax plans changing and rates changing, and the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, just so you know, is sunsetting in 2025, whether or not anything is done. So future tax rates are going to change, but are they going to be higher or the same? So if you expect those rates to be the same or higher, are you eligible to contribute to a Roth IRA? And again, that's done based upon your income limits. And if not, consider making a Roth 401k contribution. Unlike a Roth 401k, or excuse me, IRA, a Roth 401k has no income-based eligibility restrictions. It's a great little tool to take advantage of. Use that advantage in the tax plan to your advantages. So, and again, if you are eligible prior to turning age 59 and a half, could you need to withdraw the contributions? Let's say, yes, I may need some of that money. Consider a Roth IRA because you can withdraw the contributions at any time, tax and penalty free. Roth 401k withdrawals must be permitted by the plan and also qualified. Otherwise, distributions are made pro rata, subject to tax on earnings and possible penalties. So make sure the permitted by the plan and also qualified. Read the plan document. Most people don't read their 401k plan document because it's that thick, but you know, understanding these before you need to make these decisions is important. You can always ask your HR or your record keeper or whoever manages that plan. Let's say I don't need that money prior to 59 and a half. Can you save more than $6,000 per year or $7,000 if you're age 50 or older? Yes. Consider making a Roth 401k contributions because you can save up to $20,500 per year or $27,000 if you're 50 or older. So much higher contribution amounts that we can make. If you cannot save more, consider making a Roth 401k contribution to attain any employer match. Most people leave so much money on the table. This is a 100% guaranteed match if it's dollar for dollar, up to 3% or 6% or whatever, but that's money you're leaving on the table. Otherwise, a Roth IRA in generally is the more flexible account. So consider that an employer match. So we're going to go all the way back up here and we say, what about these rates? Well, let's say you think rates are going to go down. Now, remember, we have high inflation. We have increasing interest rates right now. We have a national debt that the numbers are just mind-boggling. If you think rates are going down, you'd be in the minority, but hey, maybe you're making X amount of dollars now and your future income will go down. So that may be an option for you. Consider making a traditional 401k contribution. You will receive the tax deduction now at the higher rate, and in the future, eligible distributions will be taxed when you are presumably subject to tax at a lower rate of tax. Contributions to your traditional 401k will reduce your adjusted gross income, AGI, and can help you qualify for credits and avoid surcharges and tax and surcharge taxes. So those are some good things. Now, again, I'm just going to go back to this. Pay the tax now at the lower rates. In the future, qualified distributions will be tax-free when you are presumably subject to a higher tax rate. Any employer matching contributions will be pre-tax and will be taxed upon contributions. So be mindful. Roth 401ks will be subject to RMDs. This is very different than the Roth IRA. A lot of people miss this point. It is a very, very important issue if you are concerned about RMDs. This does not avoid RMDs. If you're looking to minimize RMDs, consider rolling the Roth 401k into a Roth IRA before age 72. Boy, we solved that solution very easy, didn't we? And that's why you need to work with a really good financial planner that says, hey, start contributing to your Roth, and you have your traditional 401k, and at the end, we're going to split it. We're going to have two different accounts. We're going to have an IRA traditional, then we're going to have a Roth IRA, one subject to RMDs, one is not subject to RMDs. You need to have a plan in place to achieve those goals and the taxation. So make sure you understand what the plan is before you actually enact the plan and understand it well. So this is, to me, the most important box here of all these considerations. Do you want to save more than $20,500? And again, $27,000 if you're 50 or older? Yes, that's not enough for me. Maybe you're the situation that you started saving late in life, kids, whatever the money situation was. You could make a non-deductible contribution to a traditional IRA, then convert to a Roth IRA or to your 401k, again, the traditional 401k, and then make an in-plan Roth rollover or conversion or an in-service distribution to your Roth IRA if permitted. Again, read the plan document. This is what we call a backdoor Roth, and we have a video on that too. That flow chart. Can I make a backdoor Roth IRA contribution? That flow chart is fantastic. And again, these are usually for people who are above a certain income or what we call a highly compensated employee that is phased out of Roth contributions, that needs to save money, and they're late in the game and they go, oh, I got to save a lot more money. And again, if you do not want to save more than that amount, no additional planning considerations. So this flow chart is really for people to think about the future. What is my future going to look like? Am I concerned about RMDs? Am I concerned about the amount that I can contribute? And am I concerned about taxes? Now, for me, sitting in my chair, that's the one thing I am always concerned about is taxes. So I'm really concerned about that and what our future tax rates may be. And having a good plan that I really didn't show in the flow chart is, as you're working, your tax rates are here. And then most people, when they retire, their current plan shows a decline in taxes because their income has stopped, and then it stays low, and then it goes back up. And people forget that it does go back up. Let's say it's age 70 when they start taking Social Security, age 72 when the RMDs kick in. So you have this valley in there. And how do we fill this valley up? Again, I talked about it in my last video. It is not about paying the least amount of taxes each year. It's about paying the least amount of tax over your entire lifetime. This is not a point in time situation. This is planning. This is tax planning. So I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. The flow chart does a very good job of taking into consideration some things that you might want to think about, or some situations that you might want to think about. Again, not always do you need to take action on every situation, but RMDs and future rollover options seem so far away for some people that they stop thinking about these situations. The IRA eligibility, the Roth IRA eligibility, understanding your employer match considerations. Those are big things that most people forget. Like, how do I take advantage of every employer benefit that I have, and future tax rates, obviously. So subscribers, appreciate you. Make sure you click that subscribe button to join us, hit that thumbs up button, ring that bell, and they'll notify you of future videos that we make. And I'm happy to say I would just maybe want to have some balloons or something celebrating. This is our 50th workflow and checklist, that video we have for you. So we appreciate you being here, and we'll keep bringing you more as time moves forward. Thanks, and have a great day.